Well, we continue to rack up the air miles as it's another European jaunt today, this time some 3,878 kilometres all the way to Central Europe, all the way to Belgrade, where we're going to take on Red Star, if we can make it out without being harassed too much by those Ultras.
Big time, go Red Star.
By which I mean, of course, those Digi Ultras. Yes, reign of Red Star against Rise of Santa Clara today in the Europa Conference League. I'm going to bring you up to speed on the results, but there's a chance that today, well, might not secure guaranteed qualification for the knockout stages, but could certainly put us in a very, very strong position with 2 games left to play. And most of my updates for you today are going to be on cup competitions. We've had a long stretch of playing in domestic cups and in European action. Not much going on in the league at all. You don't need to look at the table over there. No, stop it, come back. There we go. You won't see us on that league table. I'll leave you to decide whether that's because we are cut off from the top or we're just not showing up somewhere else. So last episode we had that 1-1 draw away at Rosenborg. That time a similar distance travelled, but in a different direction, north. But we then had a 2-1 win away to Boavista, so very good performance, our best domestic performance of the season to date. This was, however, in the Allianz Cup group stage. It wasn't in the league, but still, Thiago Santana got his shooting boots on against probably our toughest challengers, our closest rivals for top spot in that group, so very good result. We then hosted Mlada Boleslav, who stuffed Red Star. I think it was 6-1 in their first game, and it was a 0-0 draw. So a bit disappointing, especially as they had a man sent off late. We should have won that one. Then we took on Oriental Dragon in the Portuguese Cup third round, not the League Cup, the Portuguese Cup. And I think they're down in the 4th tier, so only a 1-0. Well, at least we got the win. Niall Ennis getting the goal, but, couldn't help but feel it should have been a bit more comfortable. But what was comfortable was our game against today's opponents, Red Star Belgrade. They came over to the Azores, and we beat them 3-0 in possibly our best performance of the season so far. Carlos Jr. with 2 goals, Thiago Santana as well on the score sheet, and it was one of those games where they each assisted each other's goals, so they linked up really well to get us that win and put us in a very strong position. I'll show you the table in a moment. We then returned to League Cup action, taking on Penafiel, who are in Liga NOS but were just promoted last season, and it was a 3-0 win again. So Thiago Santana, Carlos Jr. and Costina with the goals this time. So I'll show you the table for that in a moment as well. We are pretty much guaranteed to top the group, although there's still 1 game to go. We then had more Portuguese Cup action, again not League Cup but Cup action, as we took on Maritimo, who stole our place in the Europa League. It was actually more comfortable than the scoreline might suggest. You see, we went 2-0 up, they pulled it back to 2-1, but then we went 3-1 up. They did pull 1 back with 5 minutes to go, but they didn't really threaten us after that. So we're through to the 5th round, which is going to be played in January. We don't know who our opponents are yet. It's a little bit because, this particular season, the 2022-23 season, as you can see in November, we've got the that World Cup in Qatar taking place, so no league matches whatsoever in November or December. That's resulted in cup ties being all over the place, like the whole cup round taking 2 weeks to complete, so we don't know who we're playing yet. But yeah, first we'll show you the Allianz Cup table. So after 2 games, we've got 2 wins, so we're 3 points ahead of Penafiel, so they're the only team who can stop us. They've got to play Boavista in their final game. We get Cover de Piedade, who are in the 2nd league, the 2nd tier, so that we only need a point. I'm fairly confident we'll be able to get it. And here's the Conference League table. So we're unbeaten so far, a win and 2 draws. Red Star, Red Star, bottom. So if we can pick up a win today, which, current form suggests we could, then, and if Boleslav beat Rosenborg, that would put us 6 points ahead of Rosenborg with only 2 games left to play. So we still have to play Rosenborg, of course, but that would mean just a point in the next match, which is home to Rosenborg, would put us through to the next round, which is what the board wants. So we're within touching distance. But, of course, form can just go out of the window in these situations. Sometimes Red Star, always a tough opponent. It's in Belgrade as well. We've got to deal with those ultras. I've had this guy in the black t-shirt staring at me, seemingly popping up everywhere ever since we left the airport. So we'll see how it goes. It's going to be an intimidating atmosphere, but hopefully we can get the win. So this is the lineup we're going with. We're going with our 4-2-3-1 with the balanced setup, which we often use away from home. I was considering the 4-4-2, but Ennis has been a bit off the boil in recent games. Most recently in our most recent league match, which was a 0-0 away to Boavista. It's the only league match we've played in the last 6 weeks, but Santana had a knock. Ennis came in. He was very, very ineffective. Anyway, we've got Ferreira in goal. We've got Villanueva and Afonso pairing up in defence. Juanola and Mansur in the full-back positions. Rashid and Gold in the middle of the park. Now, that new signing I showed you last time, the Turkish lad Tubay Akgun, he's been playing well, but, we're kind of using him as a bit of an impact sub at the moment. He's a good option to bring on in place of either Gold or Rashid as the game pans out. Carlos Jr. playing on the left. Now, he's been a bit strange this season. If I just bring his profile up, or at least bring up his stats, you'll see here, now I know I'm blocking some of this out, but in the league, right, he's got a goal in the league, fine, in 6 appearances, but his average is a 6.42. So he's not playing well in the league at all. In Europe, though, 6 appearances, 4 goals, and a 7.27 average rating. I mean, we played him in the most recent league game just a few days ago against Boavista, and he's rubbish. I subbed him off after 60 minutes. He was on a 6.1 rating. But in the cup games, in the European games, he's been scoring the goals. He's been getting fantastic ratings. So I don't know what it is that's motivating him more in the cups and in Europe than in the league, but hopefully, as we're playing in Europe today, we're going to see that form and not the league form. Anyway, back to the team. Costina is playing in the attacking midfield role. Santana is going to be up front. And then we've got our youngster, Glober, out on the right. So I've been giving him a few run-outs because, of course, one thing in the League Cup, remember, we have to have 2 Portuguese under-21 players in the starting 11. So although it says here he's Brazilian, his second nationality is Portuguese. And he's been doing all right in the Cup. 3 starts, a substitute appearance, and a 6.83. So not too bad. He's played a couple of games in Europe as well. So we're just going to throw him into the cauldron in Belgrade against Red Star. So into the dressing room we go. We're in our away kit today, of course. We're going to tell them, what are we going to do? Keep our run going, lads. That didn't really strike a chord, but we got faith with you to perform, guys. Big away match. We can make life so much easier for ourselves today if we pick up the win. Okay, then the team's lining up, and it's time to kick off. Oh, let's see. This, yeah, like I say, it's a big game in terms of how we progress in Europe, and it'll make up for that poor league form if we can, do well in Europe. But of course, if we lose today, that's the thing, then that puts Red Star onto 4 points, just 1 point behind us, and the pressure will really be on. But here comes the youngster, Glober. He skips past one. He plays in Santana. Santana's beaten his man, and Santana's scored a goal. Yeah, the Red Star Ultras not too happy about that one, but it was well worked. Look at that, Glober just ghosted past his man. Santana deceived the defender with the long surname, picked out his spot. 1-0 up inside 10 minutes. We're on the right track. Oh, about the time we scored, we see them. Lada Boleslav scored away to Rosenborg. So everything's going like as we want it to at the moment. It looks like it's going to be a formality to qualify from the group after this game. But of course, we don't want to speak too soon now, do we? Anyway, we're building from the back now. Villanueva went for the long ball, but it's fallen for Juanola. Juanola plays in Glauber. Tell me down in the comments how you would say his name. Anyway, Juanola again. Patient build-up. This is good. We're keeping the ball. We're frustrating the Red Star boys. Juanola picks it up. He gets the crossing. How did that go in? Oh, dearie me. Oh, dearie me. Red Star, what are you doing? Okay, look at that. The ball came out to Juanola. He goes to drill in the cross, and the keeper ends up having to stop it going in. But Santana was just positioned perfectly to pick up the rebound. 2 goals to the good. Oof. Okay, one final highlight, it looks like. I thought that was going to be something for Red Star there, but Ferreira came out to claim. We're going through Glauber again. He's got the overlap from Juanola if he wants it, but he picks out Santana. Is Santana going to get a first-half hat-trick? Not quite, but a good effort. We threatened the goal again. Probably should have scored that one. Anyway, Costina whips in the corner, but too close to Borjan. And half-time comes with us 2 goals up and dominating that. Look at that XG graph. Red Star haven't had a shot yet. Come on, boys. What are you doing? You're letting your Ultras down. Well, I'm going to go with very pleased with your performance because, we are basically so many players above a 7 on a green. Glauber has been fantastic, 7.7. Santana, obviously on an 8.2 with those 2 goals. Let's hope they can keep that form going in the second half. Okay, as we get to the hour mark, first highlight of this half. It's been pretty quiet, as you might expect. We're obviously happy with the scoreline as it is. Red Star probably damage limitation at this point. Santana, he gets his hat-trick. Okay. 2 bites of the cherry.
Not what we wanted.
Second one tastes so sweet. He gets his hat-trick, and he is another one who's been in fantastic form in Europe, kind of like his league form last season. He's been scoring it in domestically as well, but just not so much. And of course, he didn't play in our most recent game, which was a 0-0, as he had a knock, but that's left him well rested for this particular match, so silver linings and all that. Right, I'm going to bring on Jean-Patrick for Carlos Jr. His conditions dropped. They said he picked up a knock towards the end of the first half, so we'll put Jean-Patrick out there in that left-wing position. And I'm going to give Toubé in a bit of a run-out, so we'll take off Rashid as he's on a yellow. Get those boys out there, give them, a good 25 to 30 minutes run-out, let them get some experience in a big game. Right then, throw in to us here. It's Gold, knocks it into Santana. Santana's header goes wide. Nearly got his 4th goal of the night there. Okay, we're approaching the final 10 minutes now. We'll let this highlight play and then we're going to make a final substitution. Patrick on as a substitute, plays in. Santana was offside. Looked like it might be, but no. No protests from the Red Star players. They've just given up at this point, eh? Digi?
We got to take the loss here.
So from the throw-in, Toubé picks it up, picks out Patrick. Patrick turns his man. Beautiful through ball. Santana breaks away from the defence. Lovely textbook stuff. So, yeah, we are getting a replay. Oh, look at that. Santana just dropped back a little bit, then made his run, timed it to perfection. Nice stuff. We're getting a highlight straight from kickoff, it would seem. I thought we were going to, I thought that was going to be that, but it's come for us again. Glauber plays in Santana. Is he going to get a 5th? Oh, my Lord. What is going on here? What is going on? Santana with 5 goals on the night. 2 goals in quick succession here. And it's Glauber again. He's turning out to be a fantastic little player. Wow. Right, let's bring on Pedrinho for Gold, because Gold's run himself into the ground. Anyway, final few minutes now. Are we going to add one more, perhaps? Maybe. Last chance here. We're into stoppage time. There's only been 2 minutes added on, so 30 seconds left of normal time. Oh, it looks like it might be a Red Star chance. No, we've picked it out nicely. Mansur to Patrick. Patrick's picked up a knock, but still keeping the ball nicely. Santana gets it. Santana out to Toubé. Good, he's found that space on the right. We've got the overlapping run from Juanola. Juanola's cross. Santana to Patrick.
Oh, God, no.
6-0. there was time for one more goal after all. Wow. Massive, massive victory there. Thiago Santana, the man, 5 out of 6 goals, and an assist for that last one, I think, as well. Gets him a perfect 10. What else can be said after that other than I'm pleased with the result and your performance. We get the money, 173k in the bank for that win. What do we say to Thiago Santana after that? Put our arm around him. Superb in front of goal last time, mate. Absolutely fantastic stuff. So we're on a nice unbeaten run. It's just a shame that there hasn't been many league matches along the way. But we've got... See, this is the weird thing with the way the league's going. I will show you the table after all. But you can see here. Now, obviously, the whole thing with the Qatar World Cup, it causes some disruption. But we've got so many teams on 6 games, and then teams on 9 games, and then we've got teams on 7 and 8 games. Now, obviously, if you're not playing in Europe, you're going to have more time for league games. So teams like Portimonense and Vitória de Guimarães, who are leading at the moment, they've played their full 9 games. Porto, Benfica, Sporting, us, we've played 6 only. But I don't get somehow why certain games are being postponed. Because, for example, if I take you back to the fixture list, yeah, you saw it there. We're bottom of the table at the moment. But like we've got no league game this weekend. So our next match is next Thursday, again in the Europa Conference League. So I don't know why it was that our game, like we were playing Braga, I think, and then that got pushed all the way into next year sometime. So I don't know why. I don't know why we couldn't play Braga. Anyway, we're playing Rosenborg in our next game. Then we get Maritimo in the league away, and then we've got Mlada Boleslav in our final Europa Conference League game, and then this long gap while the World Cup takes place. Sina's qualification for the next round is kind of, I would say, 90% in the bag. I'm probably just going to play through those next 3 matches, then we'll get through this delayed, this enforced break rather in the middle of the season for the World Cup. Obviously, we might come back for that cup game. It depends who we draw. If it's a big team, we'll come back for that. But then we've got quite a lot of league games. We've got Porto at the end of January at home. We could come back for that one. It'll be a big game. But we'll see how it goes. I mean, we've got big games coming up in February as well with Benfica and Sporting. Then we've got this weird curiosity in the fixture list where we're going to play Feriense in back-to-back games and Tondela in back-to-back games. And then shortly after that, we've got Rio Ave with Moreirense sandwiched either side of them. What a weird season this is going to be. Then, yeah, look at that. Braga, either side of Boa Vista. So, very, very strange set of fixtures coming up. But anyway, thank you very much for watching. I should point out, of course, in my universe, this red star does actually have nothing to do with FM Digi. I'm sure you enjoyed that win. If you weren't him, if you did, please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Drop me a comment down below what you think about our season so far, and if you think we can sort out this mess that is the league at the moment. But apart from that, thank you very much for watching, and thank you, everyone. As I record this, we've just ticked over past 800 subscribers. So thank you very much for your support on the channel, your continued support, and very much appreciated. Let's hit that road to 1K. Keep an eye out on the channel for some new things coming your way with internationals and a couple little mini-series I've got starting. But I'll let you discover all that yourself. For now, I'm Dodgy Gamer, and I'll see you again soon.